I want to offer you a business deal. I am a businessman, and I have a contract for you. Here are the terms. You give me $5, and in return, I will give you $2 back. Would you take that deal? Of course not. You would laugh in my face. You would say, Thomas, that is a terrible deal. I am losing 60% of my money immediately. Only a fool would sign that contract. And yet, millions of you sign this contract every single week. But you don't do it with money. You do it with something far more valuable. You do it with your time. You give the world 5 days of your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You give those days away. You suffer through them. You grit your teeth. You wish them away. And in exchange, you get 2 days back, Saturday and Sunday. You are trading 5 days of life for 2 days of freedom. That is a 71% loss. You are selling 71% of your existence just to buy the right to enjoy the other 29%. This is what I call the weekend trap. And I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. For 40 years, I lived for the weekend. I was a TGIF man. Thank God it's Friday. I had a mug on my desk that said, I hate Mondays. I thought it was funny. Everyone laughed. We all hated Mondays. It was our culture. But now, at 75 years old, I look back at that mug and I want to smash it against the wall. Because I wasn't just hating a day of the week. I was hating 1/7 of my life. I was wishing for death in small doses. Let me tell you what my life looked like. On Sunday night, the Sunday scaries would start. My stomach would twist. The anxiety would kick in. I would get irritable with my wife. I have to go back there tomorrow, I would think. Back to the prison. Monday morning, the alarm would go off at 6:30 a.m. I would hit snooze. I would drag myself out of bed like a corpse. I would drink coffee just to function. I wasn't awake. I was just animated. I would drive to work, staring at the bumper of the car in front of me, thinking, only 5 more days until the weekend. Tuesday, only 4 more days. Wednesday, hump day, halfway there. Thursday, almost there. Friday, freedom is coming. And then, Friday at 5 p.m., the bell rings. I would burst out of the office. I would feel this rush of dopamine. I am free. I can finally be myself. I would go out. I would drink. I would stay up late. Saturday was amazing. I mowed the lawn. I played with the kids. I felt alive. Sunday morning was good until about 2 p.m. And then the shadow would return. The cycle would start again. Do you see the tragedy here? I was only alive for 48 hours a week. For the other 120 hours, I was a zombie. I was a robot. I spent 40 years wishing for time to speed up. Think about how insane that is. Time is the only resource you can never get back. It is the most precious thing in the universe. And I was praying for it to go faster. I wish it was Friday. I wish this week was over. I wish it was next month. I was wishing my life away. And now that I am at the end of the line, I would give anything to have a boring Tuesday back. I would give anything to sit in traffic on a Monday morning, just to be young and healthy again. But I can't, because I threw those days in the trash. We have normalized this insanity. We have built an entire society around the idea that work is misery and the weekend is reward. We teach our children this. Study hard in school, misery, so you can get a good job, misery, so you can retire, reward. It is a cult of deferred happiness. I had a friend named Jerry. Jerry was the ultimate weekend warrior. He worked a job he hated in insurance. He made good money, but he was miserable. He lived for his boat. Every conversation with Jerry was about the boat. Just waiting for Saturday, Tom. Taking a boat out. Gonna catch some fish. Monday through Friday, Jerry was angry. He was stressed. He yelled at his staff. But on Saturday, Jerry was a king. Jerry died on a Thursday. He had a massive heart attack at his desk. It was 3 o'clock p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. He never made it to the weekend. He spent the last 4 days of his life angry, stressed, and waiting. He died waiting for a life that he had pushed to the margins of the calendar. When I went to his funeral, I looked at his coffin, and I thought, here lies a man who spent 71% of his life holding his breath. He held his breath all week just to exhale on Saturday, and eventually he ran out of air. I don't want you to end up like Jerry, and I don't want you to end up like me. So what is the solution? Am I telling you to quit your job? No. We have bills to pay. We have families to feed. Work is necessary. But the trap is not the job. The trap is the mindset. The trap is believing that joy is only allowed on Saturday and Sunday. The trap is believing that you are a worker for 5 days and a human for 2 days. You are a human being 7 days a week. You have to reclaim the weekdays. You have to take back Monday. Monday is not the enemy. Monday is a day that God gave you. Monday is a day where the sun rises, the birds sing, and your heart beats. Why have we decided that Monday is for suffering? I started doing something different in my 60s, and it changed my life. I started treating Tuesday like a Saturday. I didn't stop working, but I changed my routine. On Tuesday evenings, my wife and I would have a fancy candlelit dinner, just because. On Wednesday mornings, I would wake up an hour early and go for a walk in the park before work. On Thursday nights, I would invite friends over for board games. I stopped saving my joy for the weekend. I sprinkled my joy throughout the week, and suddenly, the Sunday scaries disappeared, because Monday wasn't a prison sentence anymore. Monday was just another day to live. If you are watching this and you are stuck in the weekend trap, I have a challenge for you. Stop waiting for Friday. Stop saying, I hate Mondays. Words have power. When you say you hate Monday, you are telling your brain to be miserable. Start finding micro weekends in your weekdays. Can you watch the sunrise on a Wednesday? Yes. Can you have a dance party in the kitchen on a Tuesday? Yes. Can you call your mother on a Thursday? Yes. Can you be happy, truly happy, while you are sitting at your desk? Yes. If you decide that your job is what you do, not who you are not a slave. You are not a machine. You do not need permission from the calendar to be happy. Imagine your life is a book. If you only enjoy the weekends, that means you are only enjoying pages 6 and 7 of every chapter, and you are skimming pages 1 through 5. What kind of book is that? That is a boring book. That is a tragedy. Write a better book. Fill every page. Make Monday memorable. Make Wednesday an adventure. Make Friday just another good day in a string of good days. I am 75 years old. I don't have a job anymore. Every day is a weekend for me now. But my body is tired. My friends are gone. I have the time, but I don't have the energy. You have the energy. You have the strength. Don't waste it on stress. Don't waste it on waiting. Monday is coming. Don't dread it. Welcome it. Because one day, and I promise you this, one day you will close your eyes for the last time, and you won't care what day of the week it is. You will only care about how much life you packed into the days you had. Don't settle for a 29% life. Demand 100%. Take the deal back. Reclaim your week.